Hoppa! Welcome everybody to Stavvy's World. We have a great episode. Two of my favorites, Mike Recine and Andy Haynes. You're going to love them if you don't know them already. Before we get going, I just want to let you know, it's still January. We're almost sold out of the 2024 calendar. I want you to get them before they're gone. This is beautiful. Nowhere else, no one else is offering a calendar where there's a nude obese man on every single page, okay? Act fast. Stavvy.biz for a deal of a lifetime, the calendar. And, you know, like we said, the Ravens are going all the way. If you want to celebrate that, purchase a Ronnie t-shirt. That's right. The embodiment of the average Ravens fan, Ronnie. Not an exaggeration. That's what people from my hometown are like. Buy the t-shirt right now. Also available on Stavvy.biz. And if you're going to be a real cute guy, you want to be a real cute girl and be a super supporter of the brand, you don't want to spend any money, that's okay. Go run up the numbers on Fat Rascal. It's still available on Netflix right now. Tell your friends. Whatever you're going to do, you don't want to do anything, just hit us with a like. Just support us. Whatever you want to do, thank you for watching and enjoy this episode with our pals, Andy and Mike. Eldest, hit the music one more time. Opa! Welcome, everybody, to Stavvy's World. 904-800-STAV. Call in. We'll solve your problems. What a beautiful year 2024 has been so far. Boys, I got two.
So
we got
good.
two of our favorites in the studio. Two of the most hard. I won't. You know, we're trying not to curse in the first 2 minutes. Hard thingied guys.
Are you uncut?
I wish.
Oh man,
Yeah.
That's
you're
right.
uncut, right?
Of course.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Of
My
course.
son's not.
Andy,
I've seen Andy's dick actually.
how's
Yeah.
it? How is it?
It's nice.
Thanks, buddy.
It's flaccid, but
I
it's
would
nice.
guess. Yeah.
I'm like
Yeah.
a good.
I would guess you have a nice.
I do a good
piece.
show you my dick like surprise thing.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
if the
yeah,
boys
yeah.
are hanging out, I'll do
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a.
yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
walk
'cause it
through
looks
the
like a
room
bird,
naked.
like a rare bird.
Right.
Yeah.
A rare bird.
Looks like a bird of paradise flower, but that's because I have some circulation issues.
Yeah. It gets a little blue.
It's blue
Yeah.
in the testicle.
Well, that's how you
my
know.
kid is uncut though, proudly.
Respect. Good. I believe we had that conversation beforehand. No, when you were thinking about it, because I'm a pro.
Yeah, I think I put you on speakerphone with my family, and I
did,
said,
yeah.
"Tell them."
And I argued my case. I remember your wife yelling and arguing against me, and me being like, no,
Yeah,
it's got to be.
Well, she's like hardcore anti-circumcision.
Oh, really?
now.
Then maybe
Yeah.
somebody else was.
Maybe.
Maybe somebody else in the background.
I think it's gone. I think it's on the way out.
Yeah.
Like I just don't think people are
Circumcising?
doing it.
Well, it's
Well, I
because
don't
Israel's
know.
killing all those children.
All right.
So everybody's like, no. Everyone's distancing themselves.
Well, Muslims are circumcised. Though.
Are they?
Did you know that?
they
Oh,
are.
I didn't know
That
that.
broke my heart when I found that out.
Yeah.
I thought that was like going to bring us together.
Yeah,
Greeks and
yeah.
Arabs riding against circumcision,
Right,
but no.
yeah.
So who's even uncut then? Just Greek, just Europeans?
Just everyone,
Europeans, yeah.
everyone but... What about the Chinese?
Yeah.
What
Are
about
they
the
so-
Ruskies too?
Yeah.
Ruski's uncut.
Yeah.
Ruski's uncut for sure.
South,
the Chinese
South
cut?
America's probably uncut?
South America's uncut.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
are Catholics uncut? Because that's like that's a huge indicator.
Oh, I don't know if it's...
Catholics are circumcised.
It's like
Oh, they are.
no, because,
do Chinese circumcise
2
their
point-
children?
Oh, okay.
Only 2.6 of men are circumcised in China. Okay,
Oh,
so maybe
yeah.
we lost Muslims, but we're back. We're riding with the Chinese. All right, my Asian brothers, we're gonna get there.
Yeah.
That's a nice force.
Yeah.
I think
I'll be riding with the Mongol hordes at my back against the circumcised.
waving the flag of foreskin.
Yeah.
Foreskin does look like a yurt, you know, so it's like very appropriate that they would
It's
keep
beautiful.
it.
Yeah. I shot a little short film at a temple a couple weeks ago, and I told my wife, I go, yeah, and downstairs there was a bris going on. And she goes,
wow.
oh, you mean like mutilating a baby's genitals
wow,
against
good
their
for
will?
her.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
She's come around.
What do you think made her? What do you think? Just
A documentary on Amazon.
really?
She
Wait
was
a
on the
second.
fence about it.
You're
but,
telling
yeah.
me, dude? That's so funny to think about somebody trying to like unwind after a hard day's work and be like, "What should I? Should I watch Seinfeld reruns? Should I check out the game? No, I'll check out. I'll just fucking
Clipped. It's called like Clipped or something.
What's this?
Stolen. Yeah.
She's eating like a sweet green salad during it.
Yeah. It's a tough thing to be super passionate about because at the end of the day, no one really wants to think about a little boy's penis too long.
Right.
You know, it's like the meter for when that gets uncomfortable. It's quick.
Yeah.
But that's what our enemies want, folks.
Yeah, that's what
They're
want,
using that against us.
They don't want us to spend 30 minutes on this podcast talking about it.
Talking about little dicks, little baby dicks.
Yeah.
They'll bury us in the algorithm because of it, but we will charge on.
Yeah.
We will continue to talk about it.
We'll keep on talking
Every time
about baby
Racine's
dicks.
on the show, the view count is down. I don't know why.
Why did we lose monetization?
I hate when Racine gets political.
Andy, for sure, if you had boy, you would have kept him unclipped.
Yeah, for sure.
Did that ever, or did you guys know before you even had the conversation that you were gonna have a girl? Did you guys ever discuss it?
Yeah, I mean that fucking
that's kind of a last minute
one
thing.
We have 6 embryos from doing IVF. That's not how we got pregnant, but we did IVF. They were all girls. Like,
oh wow.
Yeah, the only one
you got girl jizz.
Yeah,
you got girly.
No,
jizz.
I think we just Rosebud's so domineering that she just was like
She took over.
DNA was in the womb, being like, "We're gonna have a girl." But we had one.
They both can be true. You can have girl jizz, and your wife can be a domineering woman.
Let's just call it like it's because she's mean. Why don't we say that? I'm
gonna
really
say
manly.
both. I'm gonna
I'm gonna
have my cake and eat it too.
Kind of European modern version of masculinity. And my wife's a bitch.
The most I can give you is like assigned male at birth transitions. That's the highest I can go with your jizz, Andy. I'm sorry. That's the most masculine I can give you, pal. It's sure it might take some hormones to fully make it a girl, but it's a girl.
I can't believe I'm getting roasted in the one place I felt safe.
Sorry, man. I calls them like I sees them.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to have another kid. I'm getting yelled at for my sperm not being good enough.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you do? What's wrong with your sperm? Slow?
I don't know.
Count too low?
I'm like, what about your what about your eggs, bitch?
What about those stale eggs?
Yeah.
Old men can have babies pretty easy.
Right.
Dude,
right. I'm like, I bet if I had sex with my 19-year-old cousin, she'd get pregnant.
Look up factors that give you like good sperms. Let's see what
Yeah.
Racine's up against here.
Well, there's a fertility doctor on Instagram that studies like sperm samples. So you'll see like the cells like
So you
moving
can
around.
you can mail a lady your jizz, and she'll look at it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's funny.
What
Because
is she doing that my whole life?
Sign up for that, but she kept on getting envelopes.
It's just like dripping out of the bottom of a manila envelope.
Don't even open that one. I don't want
Please put it in a bag.
So you know we supply vials for that. Putting it in an envelope.
What happened about her? And she just
So she looks at these like sperm samples, and it's crazy how much they're like. Some of them are moving around, some of them not
Some
so
are
much.
lazy.
But they're alive. Yeah, it makes you feel like a connection
to the
them.
jizz.
You're like, maybe it should be illegal to jack off because you are murdering.
Hell no,
You are
dude.
kind of killing babies.
I'll stomp those jizzes.
Yeah,
no problem.
I guess it's different for me because I'm a parent.
That's true.
I don't know what happened. I had a child, 3 months ago, but I started taking like hair shit, like a pill, like maybe 4 months ago, and I can't shoot ropes anymore.
Really?
I think it's the pill.
You gotta go bald and having the ropes, dude.
But it's like whenever I
what's
come
coming out?
It's coming
dribblers.
out, but it's
Dust.
coming out like sap on the side of a tree,
like
sap. Like it's just like open up like a old oil well or something.
What if you wait a while? What if you save up your nut?
Yeah, give it like a month and a half.
Jesus Christ.
Give us 5 days no nut.
There's so many holes in the walls of my apartment.
It is cool when you don't jack off for like a week and then you finally do, and there's a lot of
Fire one out,
yeah.
nice.
You do, you feel great.
You feel awesome. It is true, and that is it's interesting. What does that say about us wanting big fat loads? Why is a big load better than a small one?
I think you feel like you did something.
Yeah.
I think you just feel more like that's more
virile.
Yeah, you
It's
feel
more of you.
there's more chance that load could have led to a baby.
Yeah.
Even though I don't want a baby, it's nice knowing I have the capabilities.
Would you get a vasectomy?
Would I?
Yeah.
Just in theory?
Yeah.
If let's say I had kids and I was done?
But you want kids someday.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it open, but if I had a kid and I was like, all right, enough of this, definitely I would get snipped up.
Yeah.
It's weird how it's just like very easily reversible though.
Is it?
Vasectomy? Apparently.
That's what I've heard, yeah.
If
Like,
it is,
it's
then
so
maybe I
much-
should do it.
Like to
'Cause I've had
get
a-
rid of your to do a hysterectomy as a woman, you have to like basically like give up, just like a decade of feeling normal.
That's
But for
awesome.
guys, we do like a snip, and then we're like, actually, I do kind of want my balls back.
Yeah. No one asked you to look that up, Elders. Don't go rogue. Don't go rogue producing. We're coming back to the other question.
Just curious.
Yeah, this is not Eldis's Google time. This is Stavvy's World podcast. We all know where you come when you have a vasectomy. These guys have looked into it.
Yeah.
So let's go into why Mike's jizz might be subpar. Okay, lifestyle
don't
choices
even-
can lower sperm numbers.
You've been smoking?
Smoking, drinking alcohol, and
okay.
taking certain medications can lower sperm.
Oh, okay.
Other causes include long-term sickness such as kidney failure, childhood infections,
Did you ever have mumps?
and chromosome or hormone problems such as low T.
Well, I'm not low T, so let's take that off the table. Okay?
Yeah, let's see what else. The gap between sexual activity, infections of prostate, usage of pills to boost sexual performance.
So if you don't fuck
steroids.
that much, it's less chances?
I don't know.
I do think it's bad for you not to come. Mm-hmm. I know that you can get this thing called epididymitis.
Yeah, you gotta let. Oh, didn't
Guess
Hear
who
that,
had that?
sweetie?
you guys? Yeah, Eldest had
You did?
epididymitis.
I had it this year.
Yeah.
I got a UTI.
Were you doing no fap?
No, I got a UTI, and it shot back to my nuts, and it made my left ball like huge.
Did you get to see it?
I didn't see his fat
He
ball.
didn't see it, but I had to like literally pee
It-
sitting down
it
for like
complete-
2 weeks because like my dick just like disappeared into my balls.
His
Whoa.
balls
Your wife to a
enveloped
doctor.
his dick.
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you say, Mike?
Just taking your wife to the doctor. I want you to listen to this.
This is your
You
fault.
hear that? It's a medical condition.
It was fucked up.
Yeah, this man was fucked up off of a UTI for so long. It was hilarious. He had like a 3-month UTI,
Damn, dude.
basically.
Did you have to take antibiotics the whole time?
Yeah, it took some antibiotics. We got it under control, but honestly, like I'm back to normal, but I still feel like a little something in my left nut. Like not pain, not even discomfort, but just something feels a little uneven. So
Have you been to the doctor to check your nuts?
I just went for a checkup a couple weeks ago, honestly. And
Did
he
you have
was
to go to
like-
urologist?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
He said it's normal, but it's fine if you're like not noticing anything crazy, and come back in because I guess I have kidney stones in both kidneys right now. So we gotta
Damn.
monitor those next year.
God damn, bro.
So maybe I'll be unable to work again for another like 6 weeks next year.
That's
at some point.
crazy. You just have them in your kidneys?
Yeah, well, you can't really do shit when you have them because I've had one before that I passed. Like Stav had to drive.
I
me to
remember
the
that.
ER.
Eldest was in his fucking room. I remember hearing him go like, oh. He was moaning like literally a mummy in a movie, and I just heard like, oh, all night, dude. It was fucked up. And then he fucking what'd you say? You got up? He was like, this is where we were at too at the time, where we were just getting fucked up constantly. And we were high probably all day. And this guy's like, I know what'll help me, weed. So you just fucking
I grabbed our dirty ass bong and I was just hitting the bong in like my bedroom right next to this room like all night. And it was like this still hurts a lot. It's not doing anything for the
help
pain.
at all.
I
Wait,
just
that
feel
didn't-
really high
He
now.
was just high
I'm
as
really
shit,
high and
then-
in pain, like dribbling like piss out of my dick for
You're
like
talking to the
6
doctor. You're like,
hours.
I tried smoking bong all day. I've tried everything.
I went to check on him. He had like his legs up to his knees. He was doing like weird like yoga positions, trying
Did
to
you
feel
pass it?
better.
I did eventually.
Oh man, that sounds so.
Didn't you
rough.
pass in a urinal?
Yeah, I passed it like a few weeks later. Because the part that hurts is when it passes from like your kidney to your piss canal, your piss,
urethra?
wherever
Your piss canal.
wherever piss stays, like
Oh,
before you
bladder.
piss- yeah, in your bladder. So I felt that was the pain I was feeling that night. But then after that, I was good. I just like a little. I was at work at the time and pissing at the urinal, a little ping. I see the rock go
Nice.
inside.
Nice.
So the
dude.
passing was fine. It was a little weird, but
How the fuck can't they? Don't they have like a sonic?
Yeah, you can
Can't they
get
do
like
sonic
a,
waves to break the
they
shit
can.
up?
But that's
sit
like
in water.
extreme. Usually,
Oh,
you
really?
should be able to like pass it. We had a friend whose brother like. He had like it was like small but super jagged. So it would pass a little at a time over like months. Like,
Yeah.
like what I was going through that night, he was going through that for months. Because it would like,
Is there a friend who was very, very fat?
yes.
Like
it would,
made me look not
See,
that
people aren't
fat.
supposed to live this long.
Yeah.
it would like, yeah, whenever it would dislodge, it would like pass a little and then like get caught further down the tube
That
for like
sucks.
literally months.
Ugh.
So that's brutal.
I want a nice smooth little kidney stone
No.
because there's no chance I don't have them. There's no chance that like
what causes them?
I think salt intake,
Dehydration or something?
dehydration,
I think a lot of soda,
meat,
shit
soda,
like
all
that.
good shit. Being fucking awesome.
I think a lot of
Yeah.
spinach might actually be part of it, but
Oh, okay. What the fuck did you even say that for? How is that even possibly?
because the other shit sounds bad. But
Yeah,
spinach
yeah,
is
yeah.
like, what? You get that shit from spinach? I don't know.
We have never had enough spinach to.
What about
to
spanakopita?
affect- I don't have that much spanakopita. Interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know you have two just chilling in the kidneys right now.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's. I know it's. I have kidney stones in both kidneys. I don't even know how much is in each one. It might be like one. It might be two.
You
in
walk,
each.
it sounds like a gravel driveway.
Yeah. So anyway, yes, if you don't bust enough, or if you get a woman's disease, you can get epididymitis. Those are the two ways. Goddamn, dude, that's so. So wait. Oh, so you did in vitro, but you busted natural.
Yeah. Because we
Wow.
were going to like wait. You know, we were going to be like, okay, well, this is like in between jobs, not my jobs, in between her jobs. And then it just happened. And we were kind of like, I was actually very stupidly, this is like the worst. I feel so embarrassed about this, but I'll tell it to you guys.
Please.
I was going to go to Ukraine to do like a thing about, I was going to try to do a thing about comedy in the Ukraine because they just have done comedy the whole time.
It is a
Oh,
big
wow.
Andy move.
Yeah. It was dumb.
That's very.
But I was like I couldn't figure out how to tell Rosebud. So I was like planning it. I had it all lined up. I had tickets. I had shows booked, all this stuff. Kiev, everything.
But you hadn't told her.
But I was like,
And this is during when the war's popping off.
it was a year, like the year
Okay.
anniversary. And then, so I was like trying to figure out how to tell her. I had like a month before I was about to leave. And then she like sat me down. And, you know, with my relationship, when your wife is like, hey, can you come home and we need to talk? It's like, it's one, I'm pregnant, or I met somebody. Like,
You're like, maybe I don't even ever tell her about Ukraine. I'll never have to have that conversation. You're like on Craigslist looking up fucking studios. What's okay? No problem.
do I have to pay rent this month?
That's a great place to go when your wife's cheating on you. Just go to Ukraine.
You're like, I have to fight. You know?
Fuck you, bitch. This is what you did to me.
Just shooting
With
our
a
side.
Desert Eagle, no shirt on. Fuck you, Putin. That is true. It is nice knowing there is an active war you could join.
Yeah.
If you wanted to get a little frustration
Yeah,
out.
if you got cucked hard enough, you could just go.
You just go to war, dude. And then if you survive, that's God's way of telling you, now you can go hit her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's telling
Exactly.
You put yourself through the trials and tribulations.
Yeah, yeah,
Now you
yeah.
get to kill the guy and slap her.
Go home and have nightmares all the time. Bother her with those.
Yeah, you know, cool guy stuff.
Cool,
Yeah.
chill guy stuff.
Yeah.
Don't think about why it happened.
Yeah.
Go to war, and if you survive, you get to be more violent.
Exactly. But anyways, I got home and she told me, and then I was like, hey, I got to tell you something. And she was like, I know you did not just ruin me telling you I'm going to have a kid.
You see Andy in an IDF TikTok.
Pretending to drink water.
They let him join the girl IDF.
Actually,
Yeah.
I'm kind of in.
That's not bad.
Have you seen
That's,
how hot they are?
That's the one. That's the one group that'll get me to reconsider some of my preconceived notions.
Yeah.
If they deploy
Yeah.
the sexy IDF here, you know, maybe it does all of a sudden become a very complicated situation. You know,
You're like, the other side's covered up.
So wait, she tells you have she tells you, and then you're like, oh, cool. Since we're talking, I'm going to Ukraine.
No, I was like, I was gonna go, but now that you said this, I probably shouldn't go. And she was like, you're such a fucking idiot.
Yeah, yeah, totally. You wait a day to be like, oh, and you know what's hilarious? I was planning on going to the Ukraine.
I was gonna go to the Ukraine.
Isn't that stupid? Not like. I guess I'll have to fucking see if Expedia will give me my money back now.
There's a show in Ukraine right now. They go, I guess Andy's not showing up to the show.
There's 4,000 people in a bunker.
Yeah.
Our favorite comedian is coming.
I guess comedy show canceled.
No, but I did I met all of the, I got online, I researched it. I was gonna go to these businesses that maintain. Also, the dopest thing, the Four Seasons was $100 a night.
Yeah, dude.
And I was just I'm not gonna lie, I did want to do that YouTube thing where it's I'm in a war-torn country and I'm here. You know?
Oh, you wearing a helmet and you're like, oh, that's the thumbnail. Yeah.
But actually, I kept in touch with a couple of those kids. They're pretty funny. They're all they left Ukraine because they're all just comics, and if they stay in Ukraine, they have to go to the war.
You have to fight.
So they're all just all over the world now. But I did one of their podcasts. They're very funny.
That's hilarious.
Now, what's up with that war? Can't they wrap that up?
I think
going on?
It's kind of embarrassing.
I think it's kind of a wrap for them because I think
Ukraine's
we're about to pull out. Yeah.
Damn.
I think the U.S. is kind of redirected our attention to the Middle East, and then I think Europe's still paying for it, but they're also
oh yeah, I saw something Germany's head over there.
Yeah.
Or something. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't fuck it. So Putin just gets whatever the fuck he's. I don't even have. I have no idea what they're fighting about.
Just give it to him. Give him what he wants.
He's old,
Yeah,
he's got.
Split it
Was
in
he
half,
supposed to have
whatever.
cancer years ago?
He's had it,
and he's all puffy because of the steroids.
He just maintains.
You think that's what he's doing now? Is
I think they probably kidnap just a person off the street every night and do just a full Putin blood transfusion.
Yeah.
Just an empty boy over here. Putin's yes, I feel good.
I feel good for 24 hours. I must feed soon. He's literally basically a vampire. Damn. Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. But did you ever? So you were trying to have kids for a pretty long time. And then,
we had 2 miscarriages.
Oh,
and,
brutal.
Well, one was kind of it was just we were pregnant, and then the next day we weren't pregnant. So
Gotcha.
there wasn't a big procedure or anything.
Yeah.
And then the other one was brutal, and that was.
Yeah, they don't really tell you that. They're hard. The miscarriages.
Racine was actually the only man that reached out to me.
Oh,
he was
wow.
the only person. Yeah, my
I'm
parents
a
and
piece of
shit. But people sent Rosebud, spa days and flowers, and they were all right, you could go back to being a loser.
Yeah.
Dickhead.
There you go, Andy. Your hook. She took the hooks out of her. She's free. She might be gone again. You better get to nutting, pal. That's what people sent you. Sorry, you didn't sign yourself up for 18 more years at least, or 10. Let's be honest.
10, yeah.
Once it's in fucking high grade school, then you can really start thinking.
Yeah. Once it can ride the subway by itself.
Yeah.
I'm why do you all of a sudden want to go to Monday Night Football, babe?
Nah, don't worry. That's 10 years from now. White blonde woman. I don't know. That's kind of 50 years,
UFC?
basically, Yeah, you have. I don't know. You're good, man. You just got to make it out of these next few years.
Yeah.
There's no white blonde moms don't really keep it that tight, in my experience.
I can't comment on that.
What are we talking about?
I can't talk about any of that stuff. I went to her dad's for Thanksgiving, and it's in a kind of a community that has a country club, and there was country club night, where we did a big game of trivia, and Jerome Powell was there.
Oh, sick, dude. Who's that?
The head of the Federal Reserve.
What the fuck? Damn, they let a guy named Jerome be White Jerome?
Yeah.
Wow, White Jerome. That's really flaunting it.
Yeah.
They're not only is it a white guy,
The janitor's my name's Jerome Powell too.
Wow, dude, that's crazy. Jerome Powell. Jerome Hayden J. Powell.
Yeah.
Was he good at trivia?
I think they did all right at his table.
I hate like bar trivia though. It's so I don't know. You need like a master's degree to do it. You ever sit in on a bar trivia?
I haven't done trivia too much, to be honest with you.
It's just it takes a certain type of person. It's it's like this. It's like what's that? The chive kind of newsy cap.
Sure,
Love
those
a
guys do know a bunch
IPA
of
type of shit.
Right.
Eldest, didn't you have like a little bit of a trivia? Or did you have friends that did
I've
trivia?
done a trivia here and there. There was one girl that I was seeing for a little bit that like she would like go to this place on Monday night every single week and just get like super into it and like fucking get wasted and like fucking call shit out. It's like, god damn.
That sucks, dude.
This fucking sucks.
Yeah, somebody that into trivia is a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Like people who care about their standings in the trivia league. It's like, no, man, let me just like, maybe I know like a character actor's name.
And you could also tell she also just kind of wanted to fuck the guy who hosted it too. Who was like,
dude, I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
Like exactly what you're describing. Just some like beard IPA, cornball type bro.
No, that's so true.
rough.
I forgot about that because when you first start doing open mics, you will see usually there's a trivia host that's also like an open micer.
Yeah.
And that you're like, this guy's the least funny guy I've ever seen in my life. He's a fucking dork. He's wearing a newsy cap. He's wearing like a vest and a tie, but nothing, and jeans and like Chuck Taylors.
Well, we all go through that phase.
Really? That's hilarious to have you.
I did
That's
that.
my 2024.
No, but like after a breakup, I was like, I think I'm gonna wear V-necks with a tie.
Oh, V-necks with a tie. What do you mean?
like a V-neck sweater?
V-neck sweater, and like a shirt and tie.
that's
I was like, I'm trying to like
hilarious.
reinvent myself.
I'm trying to look like
know?
I just graduated middle school. I'm trying to look like I'm attending my little cousin's confirmation as a 13-year-old. That's
I'm
so fucking
Honduran
funny.
now.
You think you're like trying to better yourself?
Yeah.
You look like a Latino baby about to get confirmed.
But fuck. So, but those, and you see them, and they're bombing at open mics, and everyone thinks they're a fucking loser. And then maybe there's a booked show, and right before it is like trivia, and you see that same guy, the biggest fucking loser in the world, and he's the king of that trivia.
Yeah.
And all his corny bullshit that bombs at a real show, fucking losers like the girl Eldest was fucking, are like, yeah, you're the fucking man, Mark. You know what I mean? It's so funny, dude. And he has like the prize like a Goonies shirt. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh god.
And they do that
disgusting.
every week too, I think.
Yeah.
You know?
And some of those guys
So I'm
made
here with
money.
my piece of shit boyfriend, but do you host trivia every
To want to fuck the trivia host is one of the most pathetic type of groupies I can even imagine, dude. That sucks, dick.
Yeah, but the bar is like so low for guys that if you're like a little bit funny or if you have a little bit of status, you'll get more pussy than you deserve.
Absolutely. I do wonder, we should find a guy who hosted trivia and see how much pussy he got. We should have a former trivia host.
How much pussy did you get?
Well, there's one that guy, Dan Davies, who like does the lobby comedy. I know he runs it, but he's not the right, because he's like in Williamsburg and hanging out at like, bars that have like Miami theme. That's not like, we're looking for like a little different. We got to go suburbs.
That's not true because any trivia is fucking gay. So even the coolest trivia is loser bullshit.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah, so even that guy is a loser king in his kingdom. You know what I mean? No disrespect to, some disrespect to him, but he's fucking maybe better quality. There's they're different kinds of like you know what I mean? Maybe they're a little richer. Maybe they're
I think that's who it's for. It's for like finance, kind of like marketing, finance, that kind of,
right. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Definitely not like us, bohemian creatives.
Not cool guys like us.
Yeah.
Not fucking awesome guys like
Guys
us.
that like sports and politics. Wow. Pretty cool.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, you didn't need to get the doctor involved to have a child, or did you?
Me? Not the first time.
Not the first time?
Yeah, who knows?
Who
this time
knows?
around.
Yeah, that's true. I've said it. I'm a test tube baby.
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know
Me
that.
and my brothers both. Yep. Every time, because every comedian, typically has to go to a fertility doctor because all of us have old. By the time
we don't have enough money to have a child.
To have children, it's like everyone's old as shit and their jizz is fucked up and their pussies are all broken and shit.
Right.
And so everyone, all of our friends that have had kids have typically.
Wait, my wife's pussy's not broken.
Now hold on one goddamn second.
Hold on a second.
Well, we don't know. It might be your jizz. It might be your pussy.
It might be my jizz. I don't know.
We're assuming it's your jizz
probably
because
my jizz,
you seem less healthy than her, and but who's to say?
Yeah.
You don't know.
I also think it can be like I don't know. Do you think it could be the combination of like people, like based on like chemistry, kind
like
of stuff?
alchemy?
Like just in the sense that like maybe your proteins match well with like that kind of thing.
Probably
because me
not.
and Rosebud have been pregnant like 4 or 5 times. Like without trying.
Yeah.
Accidentally
Damn.
pregnant. So I think we have a good combo of whatever's going on.
Right.
White blonde people.
Right. Hitler's smiling. Hitler's like using his powers from hell. He's like
in the clouds up here. He's smiling in the clouds.
Very good. This will do nicely.
A bunch of Nazis got their wings in heaven when Rosebud got pregnant.
They get their little badge every time I nut my wife.
Yeah, dude, that's probably what it is. Yeah, that's hilarious. I don't know. I'm so far
what was
away
up
from
with
having a
Hitler
kid.
though? He was like blonde hair, blue eyes, but he had dark hair. Why wasn't he
Very
like
interesting. Yeah, it's almost like we hate ourselves. Dude.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, what was up with that guy, Hitler?
That was not a chill bloke as far as I'm concerned. We are
weird.
anti-Hitler here.
That guy
dude.
had no chill.
Fuck him,
whatsoever.
dude. Fuck Hitler. I do not fuck with that guy.
He was a weirdo.
Yeah.
He was a really weird guy.
You know what I do like is that he was just like added out.
Yep.
Like
he was
that
on
is-
a bunch of shit, dude.
He was just on speed constantly.
I would like to. He also.
Elvis is Googling.
What drugs did very good, Elvis? Did Hitler door? Cocaine and opiates? That sounds awesome. Meth, steroids, fuck yeah, dude. High Hitler, The Guardian, very nice. How Nazi drug abuse steered the
was
course.
blitzed. Do you miss
Yeah,
that?
oh, that's good.
What do you call that? Alliteration?
A pun? I don't know, I guess. Alliteration's when you...
That's the
Repeat
word.
That's
shit.
when the
Yeah.
first letter's the same
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, you know what it is, Elvis. Don't or something. Have some fucking... believe in yourself, man. You're the only English degree in this room right now.
I know, but it's been a while since I've even thought about it. I had to remind myself.
Hey, wait, what did you guys go to college?
Yeah.
You did. What did you do?
I majored in sectarian violence kind of. Like I studied
awesome.
like Israel Palestine.
Mike, what about you? Would you go to
I
college?
went for BFA acting for 2
Really?
years. Yeah.
Where?
But Montclair State in
Okay.
Jersey. It's like a Jersey State school, but it's
Yeah,
a good
yeah,
arts program.
Yeah.
But I got a job selling window and siding estimates door to door, and I was so into that because I was like making decent money. I was like an appointment setter.
Both of you, it's exactly what you should have done.
Yeah.
Like if you had guessed, it's like, Andy with nothing but white people going over like sectarian violence and you fucking dropping out of Guido acting school to sell fucking windows. I think this is my calling. Like going reverse.
Yeah.
Like
I kind of loved it though, just knocking on doors at 6 p.m., bothering people during dinner.
Were you good at it?
Yeah, because I would just make appointments for the sales guys, and I would get paid per pitch.
I met him when he was still doing it.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
You were like, when I met you, you were doing some kind of sales. You were wearing a teal.
No, that was a different job, but
But
yeah,
you were wearing like a teal shirt
that was
underneath
also
a suit.
Yeah.
Huh?
And he had like shoulder length, beautiful, like Patrick Swayze hair.
Yeah.
What?
I would put it in a ponytail sometimes because I thought I would be like George Carlin.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll put my hair in a ponytail like
That's
George
fucking
Carlin.
amazing.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's beautiful, man.
This guy. I don't know if the website's still operational, but it was called. This Guido from Staten Island had a website called restaurantreservations.com. And I sold listings on, but I didn't sell a single thing. But I would just it was very depressing. I would like walk around during the day, just go into restaurants and be like, hey, can I talk to the manager? I got a little opportunity for you.
Yeah.
And I never,
An opportunity.
never sold anything. But Yeah, I'm glad I don't do that anymore.
Restaurantreservations.com, huh?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Oddly, I was
Cold calling.
So even like a couple years into comedy, I was still thinking I was going to go to grad school for what I'd studied, which I was going to go to the American University in Beirut.
Oh, shit.
I remember
And
he got into a discussion with Vinnie Brand one night at the Stress Factory
that's-
about Islam.
That is
Now that's a
that is-
genius.
that is not what happened. What happened
Okay.
was I was opening up for Stanhope.
Yeah.
And he came back to the green room, and this is like kind of close to 9/11. This is like 2010.
2009.
And so, people are still kind of like throwing around.
Especially in especially in fucking the Stress Factory.
Yeah.
So he's talking about like Afghan people, and he keeps on calling them the sand N-word.
No.
Did he? I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
this is what it was.
Are you sure?
And I was like, I literally, I don't know why I took it
I
upon
don't remember
myself.
that.
I
I
mean,
was
that's kind of a tough
No, you
one.
weren't there the Stanhope night.
No, I
right?
was there. Yeah.
Well, anyways, I was in the
Listen.
green room. I was probably a little drunk, and I said,
I mean,
I
just
go,
to
Was
your,
that a
in your
different
defense,
night, Andy?
no, it was in the green room. I don't know, but
you
I
don't want to engage with a fucking like a fucking retard Republican. You don't
of
ever
course
want
not.
to. But
You don't
if
want
he's
to
dropping.
You also don't want to slander my close friend Vinnie Brand.
But you also don't. If he's dropping multiple slurs, that's kind of like
That must have been
you
a
can
good
get
night,
one. You
'cause
can
I
get
don't remember
one.
This is all I said. I said, could you just relax with the like N-word? Like also
Yeah.
like Afghan people have kind of had it rough,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
whatever. I just said something along those
Of
lines.
course,
and
he's
it was
like, in my club, you will not tell me how to speak. How dare you? How dare you? Freedom of speech.
I got fired from the weekend.
That's incredible,
Yeah.
dude. For telling a guy not to call Afghans the sand N-words.
Yeah.
Well, that's all you need to know about Vinnie Brand, and that matches my experience.
Please support the Stress Factory.
Yeah,
Mike
listen,
will be there.
Well, Vinny, you heard me defending you over here. So, I would love to do a little Thursday, Wednesday night, Sunday night.
Dude, that guy's awesome because he owned the club, and
I
it
don't
would.
have any opinion about
Yeah.
what you say.
Yeah.
That club's so funny because they would play bloopers for like an hour.
They
before
would
the
play
show.
babies throwing up.
They would
also-
play like home videos of like shit, like
You were
literally.
about to say he owned.
So he owns the club, and they play bloopers for an hour, which is like, people are kind of you don't want to laugh people out too much, but it's like they're watching something that is funny. That, if we're being honest, is funnier than stand up.
stand-up,
Like
yeah.
guys getting hit in the balls is funnier than stand up.
Yeah.
So they play it for an hour, and then half the time he would be like, he owns the club, and he'd be like, I think I'm gonna go up do a guest spot. And he would do like 45 minutes.
Listen,
and it would be insane. Before the show even starts, they've watched bloopers of people getting hit in the nuts for an hour, and then the owner goes up and he's not trying new stuff. He's doing like his act.
But you're the one thing that you're omitting is that he had a payphone on the
Yeah,
stage,
he did. To do
which
prank
he would
calls.
do prank calls.
That's right.
So the night in question that I'm talking about, he had somehow through his like Fox News or Opie, like those kind of people, had gotten him Al Sharpton's phone number.
What the fuck?
So not only was he dropping the N-bomb in the green room, he had prank called Reverend Al Sharpton.
That's awesome.
But it was just his office. I don't think he picked up.
No, yeah, I don't.
That's still
yeah.
awesome though to
Yeah.
hear. 'Cause, dude, the guys in that crowd, their eyes probably lit up just hearing the words Al Sharpton.
I called my dad.
Yeah, Dad.
You're gonna want to listen to this.
Yeah, like it's Back to the Future. I got something for you, Dad. You're gonna want to hear it. It's a guy harassing a black guy.
We're back.
It's an Italian
Yeah, you say
harassing
you
a
hate
famous
comedy,
black
huh?
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. You say my art form is bullshit, huh, Pop? Well, listen to this. Beep, Mr.
That was
Sharpton.
still,
The Reverend's office is not accepting phone calls right
Yeah.
now.
That was still the best stand-up show I've ever seen.
Really?
Stanhope doing like an hour at the Stress Factory.
I believe
It was
that. I mean, the
amazing.
Stress Factory, despite Vinny's best efforts, is a good club.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
it's a fucking.
Also, I asked him one time, I go, why is this place called the Stress Factory?
yeah.
What did he say?
He goes, well, I just opened the club. I just gotten divorced. I had 4 kids. I had a bunch of people calling me. I go, this place isn't a comedy club. This is a stress factory. And so that's what he named the club.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Just something that means something only to him.
Yeah.
And also that kind of makes
sense.
If you don't think about it at all,
yeah.
you're like, oh, you de-stress at a comedy show. But then it's like, but wait, it's the stress. So they create stress there?
Yeah.
Wait, like if you think about it, it holds no water.
Yeah.
But for a second, you're like, oh, kind of.
He almost named it my daughter's fucking a black guy factory.
Fuck, dude.
My daughter brought home a Muslim boyfriend factory.
Fuck. Fuck. What was I gonna say? Oh, Al Sharpton. Remember how fucking Al Sharpton got skinny as fuck before Ozempic?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it was,
He got-
he went
Yeah.
vegan. I think it was
Like
like that.
dude, he was.
Or maybe
he
he
looked
got lap
like a
band.
child. He probably got lap band, but like truly, he looked like a child. There's that
looked
one
much better.
selfie where he had like his calves were like this thin. Like, look up the Al Sharpton
Yeah,
selfie.
There's some fucking.
But
I used to
80s
eat
Al
4
Sharpton is kind of, it's like iconic.
Yeah.
I was a
It's a
fried
great look.
chicken junkie. He jokes. So I mean, that's
He
right
said
up.
it, not
Some
us.
other
First.
people
That's right up.
Al
Yeah.
Sharpton said it.
Yeah, I used to eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but after about 3 or 4 weeks, I didn't have a longing for that either. I had an exercise routine, walking on the treadmill for 20 or 30 minutes, 5 days a week. 20 or 30 minutes.
that ain't shit.
He lost 175 pounds.
No.
That's crazy. But yeah, you're right, Mike. I'm sorry. In the 80s, he looked awesome.
He looked awesome.
Fat as shit.
Yeah.
Hair.
Purple sweatsuits.
Purple, yeah, just like truly kind of what I'm going for.
Yeah.
He had better hair than me. He had a perm, dude.
perm,
he had like
yeah.
fucking. He had like old black woman hair. He had like
Yeah.
church black lady hair, and he
Yeah.
was fat as shit.
Yeah.
with like awesome suits.
Just lying on the cops.
Yeah.
Beautiful veneers.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
I guess he's still alive, but who knows what weird shit he's up to, skinny as fuck. Anyone who gets that skinny, if they've been fat their whole life, it's like, there's something I really don't appreciate about that. It's one thing to lose enough weight to be healthy.
Yeah.
I get it, right? We don't, you get to a certain age, you're like, I'd rather not die, so maybe let me take off 100.
It almost feels like a little bit of a betrayal.
Definitely a
Yeah.
betrayal. You can't be that skinny. That's like
can't get that skinny,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's like what a woman should look like. You know what I mean? Not should. I love a nice hefty girl, but I mean I guess my point is only women should get that skinny.
Right,
you know
right.
what I mean? Like,
That selfie, he does look like a 9-year-old.
look at
Oh
that.
my god.
He looks like a little kid.
He looks like a little kid.
It's fucking weird, dude. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Look at that one in the corner. There's a little kid.
And you also know, here's my other thing. You also know there's some weird sex shit going on here. Like fat people that don't really believe in themselves. Like, fat people that get that skinny, it's like there is like this is going to sound like people are going to accuse me of like fat propaganda here, but I do think there's like some self-hatred there where you're like, I have to get as thin as possible. And then I think it unlocks, they're never really comfortable themselves and they get that skinny, and I feel like it probably unlocks some weird sex shit. Just a hunch. If you don't fucking at your fattest, then once the governor is off you, then you're like, who knows what kind of weird shit that guy's up to. I would guess he's been up to some weird sex shit, personally. That's just me, though.
I'm kind of like Team Al Sharpton, though.
Right now?
Just in general. Like
Didn't he like march with MLK and shit?
Yeah.
Like he's got some good.
He's cool.
A
He's
good
not,
resume.
he's not the
But once he-
best. He's not the best civil rights leader.
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah. But once he got this skinny is when he lost me.
Yeah.
Sorry, he betrayed my community by
Right,
getting
right.
that skinny.
Right,
You
yeah.
know? Listen, cap it at 140.
Yeah.
You had to get to 176.
Don't you think that if you like change your lifestyle though and like lose that much weight in like a natural way, which this is before Ozempic. Let's assume he wasn't fucking around with like crazy shit. Don't you think it's like almost inevitable to just lose that much without aid? And it's like if you're just overhauling your lifestyle or something.
Eldest is worried because he in his mind he's going to lose 150 pounds. Eldest is just having this conversation for future Eldest. Eldest in his head weighs like 120. Eldest thinks he's like a
I'm
model.
racing to get there.
Yeah, he's been eating vegan for 3 weeks.
He's turning up
Oh, nice.
hanging out because he has to go to the gym.
No, definitely not that.
What do you call
But-
like an Uncle Tom for fat people?
Oh, I don't know.
Uncle Tom. What's a
Let's see.
food that starts? I don't know.
Yeah,
It's hard.
we've got to workshop this.
Comedy's hard.
That's really
You guys think it's all fun and games.
yeah.
Sometimes.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to give that. I'm gonna have
Uncle
to give
Tomato?
Uncle Tomato Pie.
Something.
Okay, we
It's a
got
food
something.
pun, for
Uncle
sure.
Tomato.
What rhymes with Tom?
Bomb. Uncle Bomb.
Sorry.
No. Uncle Yum.
Crom.
He's an Uncle Yum.
Yum.
Right, I'll get out of here.
We'll figure it out. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
We'll get to the bottom of this, folks. We'll cut it in at the end.
Yeah. Somebody's screaming into their at their car right now because they have it.
It's not good. I guarantee you they got nothing.
Yeah, right.
They got nothing.
They got nothing. Yeah.
This isn't like when we can't remember like Steven Spielberg's name.
Right.
You know, when you're
Right.
you're listening to a podcast, and they're like, "Who did Jurassic Park?"
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, "He also did Schindler's List," and it's like, people going crazy.
The
This
person
is-
in their
we're the
car is just screaming
professionals.
something really racist.
Yeah, they're just saying sand N-word. They've been saying sand N-word since the Vinnie Brand
They're
story.
looking up how to get tickets to the Stress Factory. They're like, this is a business I would like to support.
Flying in from across the country to go to the Stress Factory.
I love the idea of you.
Apollo's at the Stress Factory.
I love the idea of long hair Mike selling restaurant. That's when you guys met. Where'd you guys
Dude,
meet?
I was
Just at a
like
show?
so lost
On the J
yeah.
train.
On the J train, you met.
If Andy didn't give me some moving work, I'd be probably like dead by now.
Really?
You know what I mean?
You recruited
I
him
didn't
there,
know.
or you saw
Dude,
him?
I
in his
worked
I
with
room?
think I
Yeah.
brought everybody through that moving company.
Oh, you were the original one.
He was the original one. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I work as a messenger, and I would make like $20 a day.
Yeah.
You know what was so fucking annoying was that like I like brought in like a couple people I brought in who like went on to be very successful.
Well, you also got me fired though.
No, I didn't get you
You
fired.
said that I farted in people's houses.
No, that wasn't me. And also, you can't get fired from that company. You know that.
No, but they stopped using me for a little bit, and I had to work other places.
They put you on the shelf
Yeah,
for
they put me on
farting
the
too
shelf.
Well, I
much.
apologize for that if I did that.
That's okay. I landed on my feet.
There
I
was a
guess.
couple of people that went on to like be like we worked with them.
Yeah,
They, like
yeah.
went on to like be like TV writers, and even one guy like went on and wrote a show about like moving.
No.
And I was like, you don't call me?
For the
No,
moving show.
they hired Emmy Blotnick.
Yeah,
and-
they hired Sean O'Connor and Emmy Blotnick.
Yeah.
Emmy Blotnick,
No
friend of the
disrespect,
show.
No disrespect. to
Been
the
on
great
this
Emmy.
couch before.
Yeah. No,
but
she's
Yeah, but she
Hasn't-
gets a lot of
you know,
jobs.
hasn't
That's a lot of
moved
work,
an
yeah.
ottoman in her life.
Yeah,
we can
yeah,
say
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're writing a show about moving, maybe hire, your
Yeah.
buddy that got you the moving job.
Yeah. You got? How long were you guys moving together? Were you in the van together ever? Were you in the truck?
We've
together?
been in there, like, I think we've moved
Yeah, like-
every iteration of my New York life.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like even probably like 2 years ago, we like did a moving job that was like contract or something.
Hell yeah.
Because it's like, it's always like if you aren't, like having a super busy schedule, you can always throw together a Saturday and make rent.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like, who gives a shit?
What's the funniest motherfuckers? You must have had some other weird
Tremaine.
movers. Tremaine. Who's
Yeah,
Tremaine.
Tremaine, who
Yeah, he's this guy from East New York who's like the funniest person.
Yeah.
he
But,
goes, if you don't cheat on your wife once a month, you're gay.
Wait, is this the guy that your joke is about, Mike?
Which one?
The like.
No, that's the junk luggers.
Oh, okay.
Junk haulers.
Well, we were doing jobs one time, and we had a bunch of time to kill between jobs. So he's like, "Yeah, let's go to McDonald's." And I was like, "Yeah, actually, we got so much time to kill. There's a Denny's right there. We can go to Denny's together." He goes, "I ain't going to Denny's with you, son. That's gay." He's like, "It's gay for two men to go to Denny's together."
So as long as it's not, like, as long as a waiter isn't involved,
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
gay.
yeah.
You can have takeout with a
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. But
No,
he's just like the naturally funniest dude in
Yeah.
the world. Like we were moving a guy and because he was like it was during the pandemic, so his wife was having another kid, so he was going down to Florida. We were loading his U-Haul to take to Florida, and Tremaine goes, "Oh, you having another kid?" He's like, "Damn, you was hitting it raw." He's like, "Damn, you like the fuck, son."
Just the guy that the company hired. He doesn't know him at all.
It was my job.
Oh, it was
I
your
hired
job.
Tremaine,
Oh,
yeah, to
I thought
help
he
us
was
load
talking
his
to just a different guy.
No, it was
Like-
our client.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
who
But
was
that's what I
like
mean.
just
Yeah,
having-
yeah. So yes, he talked to the guy that
Yes.
they hired,
like that.
just
yeah.
a guy he didn't know.
Yeah. He's like, "Damn, son, you was hitting it raw."
That's fucking
A guy that has
awesome.
enough money to move to Florida during the pandemic.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking about the joke about your coworker who didn't realize he was molested.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
wasn't
That was
him?
Quinn.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that guy's a character.
That guy is terrifying.
Yeah, but
Really?
I had to like explain Bill Cosby to him once. But also like he couldn't do stairs because he got shot in the leg. So if
He's a
you're
mover that can't
He got
go
he got
upstairs.
Shot, like he got shot because he was like an enforcer for a big
For, like,
family.
Oh, wow.
And like I saw his leg one time, and it was like he'd been hit with a machine gun. It was like
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And
yeah,
then
he
you're
would
just
like show it to you.
Damn.
and then you're like,
But he's
all
a good
because
dude.
I decided to do open mics.
Yeah.
in
yeah,
20,
me and this guy have something
2004,
in
I
common.
have to be in a truck with this man.
Yeah, but he's a good
I should
dude.
be in
though.
an open plan office right now.
Yeah.
But I had to be funny.
Well, I had to like explain Bill Cosby to him once because he's like, you know what? I don't understand, man. He's like, and he's Puerto Rican and Irish, so he's got these like bright, like
It's
piercing
crazy.
blue eyes.
He's like a Puerto Rican
It's, like,
dude with
terrifying.
the bluest
with
eyes.
Irish eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, and he's like, how come all these women are coming out now, like 20 years later? I'm like, well, you know, it's like he was very powerful in the business and everything, and he's like, yeah, that's true. He's like, yeah, there's a lot of pussy out here. You don't got to be raping nobody.
Wow, that's good, man. He came to the right conclusion
Yeah, he's an
in
ally.
his own way.
yeah.
That is a really good point. I love that joke though, where it was like he's just telling you a story about.
He said his babysitter sucked his dick when he was when he was 5, and he's like bragging about it. He's like, yeah, man, I got my dick sucked when I was 5.
You had to be like, hey man, you didn't seduce this woman, dude.
Yeah. You're not the James Bond of 5-year-olds. But that's a bit. I mean, it's a good bit, but it's
a
like
good
doing
bit.
on stage. Doing that on stage always felt a little like weird
Yeah,
sometimes. You
I
know?
get that.
I was
Hey,
always scared to tell jokes about those guys. Like they because like occasionally they like really take an interest in your stand up.
Oh,
and they're like, I'm
interesting.
coming to the show tonight. You're like, fuck,
Yeah.
please
Bring it to
don't.
my friends.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Nah, I think they would be honored, especially the joke about getting molested.
When I worked at Got Junk, we would call the KKK because I worked with this guy Joe, this other guy from East New York, very very funny guy, and we would just listen to their like voicemail message, and the guy would be like, well, "Greetings and thank you for calling the Loyal White Knights of the Ku Klux Klan," and it was right around the Trayvon Martin verdict,
Oh, shit.
and I remember the guy being like, George Zimmerman ain't got a drop of white blood in him. He's a Jew and a Mexican.
So they were anti George Zimmerman because he
Nice.
wasn't white.
Yeah. And like not even Anthony Cumia had that take. Ain't got a drop of white blood in him.
Jew
And then-
Mexican. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So that was on the recording. They were like,
yeah.
"Hey, this is coming up so much.
Yeah.
We're gonna put it on the recording."
Because every week the guy would have a different message, you know.
okay.
So he'd start like going off, and then so one time Joe like leaves. He's like, "Hi, this is Randy Johnson. I'm very interested in joining." He's like, "I'm up in New York City. There's a lot of up here." So that was like, fun.
Did he ever
And
get a
then-
call back or no?
No, I don't think so. But then one time we called and the KKK guy started like ranting about Israel, and he went on this long rant about how like Israel owns all of our politicians, all our money goes to like destroy stuff, and they're like, thank you for calling us, leave a message, we will get back to you. And then me and Joe just looked at each other like, yeah, okay, that one was kind of that one was.
Hey, you guys looked at each other. You're like, "Listen, a broken clock is
broken
right.
clock is- yeah.
Twice a day."
Yeah.
That's a tough one, for whatever the context, to be like,
It's funny.
I don't.
Me,
I
a black
agree
guy,
with
and
the
a KKK.
Yeah, that
We're
doesn't
all on the
feel
same
good.
page
Yeah.
about
That handshaking,
About
the
Israel.
hand
Yeah.
fist holding meme.
3 fists though. One's tan, one
Fuck. Calling the KKK is a hilarious move, but I guess they probably.
Yeah.
It's interesting to hear, and they're
But
just.
Andy's such a funny mover because he acts like he's a little bit better. He acts like he doesn't belong there.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, I was always like
he's-
angling.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I always thought somebody was going to see me moving and be like, "This guy should be in my creative agency
Right,
or whatever,"
right,
you know,
right,
like the
right,
job I
right.
should have.
Right.
right.
So I'd be very like
He'd show up with like
courteous.
purple sneakers and nice clothes.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I loved the story in this New Yorker. You know?
Right. And they're like, don't look at me.
Yeah.
With his iced coffee.
Yeah. You know, and then he would say to his wife, I prefer when they're Puerto Rican. They don't think they can talk to us.
I think they actually probably do to some extent. Because I would do some jobs sometimes where it'd be like, you know, Upper West Side, like on the park.
Yeah.
And then you would try to talk to them like you were also a human.
No.
Right.
And they would be like,
Yeah, but
dumb.
But some guys get like way too personal. It's like you're
Yeah.
in somebody's house, you're moving their stuff. Like don't ask questions about.
I get that. I don't try and strike up a conversation, but also like,
yeah, they're not your friends.
be like, oh yeah, what's up? Like you could have the like offer them like if anybody's moving shit or like junk or whatever. Like I've had a couple guys like I moved into Baltimore, had a bunch of shit, and it's like, you know, have a pleasant 10-minute max long convo. Like you also like from my perspective, I don't want to fuck their shit up because it's like they're working, they got their own thing.
Yeah.
If I was working, I wouldn't want to be making small talk. I'd want to just do the job and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
But you also want to be like, hey man, I'd like to register.
There's like boundaries, obviously, because you know they trust. You're in their house, they trust you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like there was people where you could like see immediately. Like this one time for not the company that we worked for, another company that I worked for. They would just throw you a helper. Like you were tasked with finding your assistant for the day, or if you couldn't find one, they would just send somebody. So
Yeah, that's when Andy would start code switching.
What's up, my man? 1981.
Yeah.
My brother. These pigs had
Word
to get
up,
us.
man.
But they sent like a heroin addict, like just fully like a because Williamsburg used to be rife with junkies.
And this is when you guys start, like
This is like 2008.
2009, yeah.
oh
me.
wow, okay.
And but like you can tell when they're like trying to buddy up the client to finesse a better tip. That's always a bleak place to be, where you have to be like, calm down a little
Chill,
bit.
dude.
Like they're actually gonna not tip as well.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna smell this on you.
Right. Yeah. Don't be so desperate.
But I mean, so many people, like, I want to say probably 40 comics, you know, maybe have worked for the moving company.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
That's a cheap source of male labor, is open mic comedy.
Well, some of them were like great comics. It's just like to make a New York living sometimes.
Yeah.
You have to be.
Hey man, relax. I didn't mean anything by it.
Not all of us can play theaters, Stav.
We're also
sorry.
available if you
I
need,
didn't. Yeah.
We'll also move you.
Look.
furniture assembly, junk removal.
Look, man.
TV mounting.
I didn't
you know,
expect Come Down to get successful either. I would have been right there with you. Anybody ever try and suck your dick on the job?
No. Fuck
No,
that.
Never.
And it happens to some guys,
Yeah.
but never me.
Never me. I mean, obviously, never me.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But
Never.
do you ever meet Steve O'Brien?
No.
He's
He was in a Team
comic.
Submarine, was a sketch
Yeah,
script.
he was like a comedy duo, but like nice, like very mild mannered guy. But yeah, he would get.
It would
hit
happen
on,
to
like,
him
constantly.
Just a mild mannered guy, huh?
Yeah,
I don't think he ever took it because he had like
he had
he was like
a girlfriend.
good dude.
Yeah.
I would assume it would be that guy or just like some just strong, just
There was
like
some-
sexy
yeah, there was
fucking
some,
piece
like-
of ass.
There's some like good looking black guys that,
Oh,
that
yeah,
work
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's this one
that guy
dude-
Rob would get a lot of.
Yeah. And there's another dude named Dukes who's like, he's probably 50 now.
He's probably 50.
And he is an Adonis.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because he would work like a whole day moving, like I would be dead.
Yeah.
And then he would get on his bike and go to the gym.
But he was like a psycho.
yeah. He's one of those guys that's just like built like that.
Yeah, it was insane.
And very short fuse.
yeah.
That's awesome. And he fucked off the job.
Did he? I don't know.
I think he had a wife. I think he had like
Really?
like a Finnish wife or
I've
something.
never
That's
even
interesting.
seen him laugh.
I
I made him laugh like one time.
I've had some good rapport with him.
Yeah.
But I knew him like, I was original crew.
Yeah, this is a great. You should write a show about this. This sounds awesome.
I actually made a pilot about it, but
Oh, yeah.
it's
So did I.
we all do. Did you make a pilot?
Recently, yeah, I wrote something. Yeah.
I actually made it. Like I
yeah?
filmed it, and but it turns out that if you're not successful already, they don't want to watch your pilot.
Yeah.
Turns out if nobody famous
Eldest, you
is
know
in
what
the
we should
pilot-
do? We should do like a moving pilot, dude.
Stops moving. You hire me and Andy to move the chairs around. on the set.
I got good news. We picked up the pilot. We need crew.
You're like $40 an hour.
This is a steal.
25.
Guys, let's get
lowballs
crazy.
us. Yeah.
Guys, come on. This is going to be a union job.
Yeah.
We're just trying to make art here, man.
Right.
We're here at Stavvy Baby Enterprise. We're a family. We don't need shit like unions. I love it, dude. Damn, we got to talk more about the moving shit. That shit is fascinating. But we need also the fucking perspectives of two young fathers, two ex-movers or current movers, depending on how it goes.
Just once, like a few times a month.
A few times a
Couple
month,
times
no
a month,
big deal.
I'm a kept man right now, so I don't have to do anything.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife just wants me out of the house.
I do it for the exercise.
Yeah.
Hit us with some fucking questions, Big LD.
Hey, Stav. Love you. Love the pod.
We can't
sorry
hear
for my
it,
voice. I'm sick. Stav, love you. Love the pod. Sorry for my
got a
voice.
14-year-old.
But I've been working for an artist for almost a year. It's just the two of us running a small business out of her basement. Sometimes, like, my boss's parents will visit from across the country to help with the kids, though. There's a weird dynamic between my boss and her mom, and she essentially spends money on the kids without permission from my boss. Like, the mom will go, like, directly against my boss's wishes. Like, I mean, if they're teaching the kids a lesson and they say, like, hey, no, you can't, like, don't replace this for them. They broke it. And they have to learn their lesson. Like, she'll buy it for them anyways, and it'll just show up in the mail. Well, today the mom, like, gave me a bonus and told me, like, explicitly told me not to tell my boss because she gets mad about this.
What?
She's given me money in the past for Christmas and my birthday, and I told my boss for those situations. Do I tell her for this? And kind of, is that like proving my loyalty? It kind of feels like it would be.
This is
but also not at the same time. Or do I not tell her and kind of keep the peace? My dad says I should keep the peace, but by the way, it was $300, which is kind of a big deal for me.
Big deal for anybody.
Bye.
So this is weird.
Yeah. Well, it's annoying when, like, you're trying to teach your kid a lesson, you smash his Nintendo Switch with your...
Yeah, and you're like, you did this.
Yeah.
It's you that did it. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
I hate doing this.
Yeah. And then grandma buys him a new one.
Yeah. Yep. And then he watches you hit grandma.
Yeah.
It's fucking bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
So this sounds like a very young person, right? Is that what this is? She says, it's been 2 years. They're running a small business, right? Eldest, what is it?
Yeah, she's been working with this artist for about a year. She said they're running a business out of her basement, and the parents are like around.
So this is.
In and out.
I mean, what do you really like? Is this really a good boss? Doesn't sound like it. The boss gets mad when somebody gives you a bonus. What the fuck is that?
The boss didn't necessarily get mad. It's just that the boss's mom is like, don't tell her. She's already like doing the behind the scenes stuff.
This
with
girl's
the
like
kids.
a weird pawn in the
That's
war
what I mean.
between
Yeah.
like artist and mom.
Yes, yes. And so you exactly. But didn't she say she did get mad in the past, Eldest? Did I register that correctly?
She said the mom has given her money before.
Yes.
And she told her. I don't think she said what the boss's reaction was or something.
Yeah.
So look, here's what I would say. If it comes up, you can don't lie about it, right? But you don't have to also declare $300.
No.
This is you're both sovereign beings.
Yeah.
This lady gave you $300. This is a weird part-time job. My overall advice is get out of here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Unless this is some kind of like mentorship thing, like this artist is somebody you want to work for, and it's like, so then you have to weigh, is being on the boss's side no matter what more important to you than $300 basically? Because the mom is not someone that matters to you. In my mind, from my read of this, is like, fuck both of these people. One's kind of a weird boss.
You think the
one's
mom
her
could be like in on it though?
No.
Like they're doing like a...
I don't think they're trying to...
But it also is like this woman's never heard that like grandparents spoil kids.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That seems pretty normal.
It's one of the most
me.
classic grandparents' behaviors possible.
You also sound like a nerd for work.
Yeah, totally. Totally. And so, do I tell her this?
I don't think you need to... Yeah. I don't think you need to say anything.
Yeah, I mean, if she asks you, But like, why would you need to tell her?
I think I do think that this dynamic sounds toxic enough where like if she found out that like the mom had given her $300, she probably would be tight about it, right?
But why? But that's the thing. It's like all you can do is behave the way a normal human being can, right?
Yeah.
And if somebody else wants to be weird, then you get to be like, I don't understand. What is the issue here? She gave me this bonus for the holidays. I appreciated it. I'm not expecting anything from you. What was I supposed to do? Turn it down? Like, it was just a gift from your mother who I have some kind of weird relationship with. Yeah, it's kind of weird for her to be like, you're not allowed, because you're not her kids.
Yeah.
She could be mad if the mom gives her kids presents. You're your own person.
Yeah.
So I think here's my read of the situation. Our friend is pretty young. This might be her first job.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you don't recognize, like, you fall into a weird dynamic that a workplace has when you're young because you don't realize what's acceptable and what's not.
Especially a small workplace.
Totally.
Yeah.
This is completely unacceptable. This is fucking weird and crazy. For you to even be aware of her interpersonal politics with her mom is fucked up. That's not your job unless you're the nanny, which it doesn't sound like, but she runs the business, right? She helps run a small business out of the lady's place.
I mean, I'd have to knock on a lot of restaurant doors to make $300.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's
like
a nice
9 days
chunk.
of work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good money. Like, you shouldn't have to turn it down or declare it to your fucking boss.
No.
And again, the one caveat I'll give is if this boss is like someone you really admire, it's an artist you want to work for, it's somebody that holds a lot of can open a lot of doors for you, and you otherwise have a very good relationship and they're not manipulative with you, then I would say you have to weigh whether you feel like you need to tell them because they would appreciate it. Because if you're very close to, like, let's say I'm very close to, like, when I was opening for Bobby, right? And he had a weird relationship with his fucking mom or something. Let's just put ourselves in the exact same situation.
Yeah.
And like, one of his relatives gave me $300.
Yeah.
It would be weird enough where I'd be like, your fucking Uncle Larry gave me $300. Like, I would say it to him. You know what I mean? Because he was my guy and I would just whatever. But if it was just if it was just my shitty boss at like the last day job I had before comedy, like if my shitty boss at the fucking the paralegal, somebody gave, like, I would never give a fuck about it. So you have to decide if this person matters enough to you to clear it by them, and if not, you're totally fine.
But even if the boss finds out, I don't see them getting mad at her.
Totally,
You know?
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if the boss does
Saw
get
my
mad at
mom
you,
being a weirdo again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if they get mad at you, they're a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck and go work at a regular job or something. Where
Don't
they
let anyone come between you and your $300.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Hey, Stavvy, long-time listener, first-time caller. So it was my birthday the other month, and I was getting some sloppy top from my girlfriend.
Respect.
Great present.
What's that like?
But then I'm about to finish and pull up, and there's blood everywhere.
What?
It's really bad. It was really bad. That was like almost a month ago. And so I took it easy for a while. Been really
you took
careful.
it easy?
Go really slow because I'm a fellow uncirced brother and
Respect.
can't pull that dick skin back very far. You know, it doesn't go all the way
If
down.
anybody
Right?
knows, I know.
And so apparently that little banjo string, the frenulum, that tore. And I keep waiting like a week, and then I can't help myself, and then I tear it again, and it bleeds. And this is like the third or fourth time it's happened. If you have any experience with this, let me know what I should do. I'd probably go to a doctor, but I really don't want to because that surgery is like 2 months recovery time, and I'd die.
You keep on jerking off?
Thanks, Stavvy.
Dude,
When you say girlfriend, do you mean your dog? Sharp teeth?
Tori, what was she doing? That was the
dude, this
most
is
violent blowjob.
crazy.
I am confused if he's like saying sloppy. Does he mean like head?
Sloppy
I mean,
top.
that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
sloppy top
Yeah.
means, but I wonder
Yeah.
if he's just like
No,
using
I
a
think that means-
stupid ass way to like talk about getting pussy.
No.
Because wouldn't you like taste blood in your mouth pretty fast? Like
Yeah.
if you're sucking the guy off and like
Yeah, the way he's talking too, makes it seem like he might be lying.
He
He's
does.
like,
He seems like
"Oh."
he's doing the scientist from
Exactly.
The Simpsons
That's what I was just going to
impersonation.
say. Sounds like he's disguising his voice. I don't know that I really believe this. So I'm just
I don't know though, because to get that specific about tearing your to tear your frenulum, to like look that up, that gives me kind of like a that did happen.
Or he's doing a very detailed lie, and he looked it up. Because we look up frenulum, Eldis. I guess it's the part that connects your cock to your
Like
foreskin.
on the underside, I think.
Yeah.
It's like a little piece of.
Underside.
But also, something doesn't add up here. Because I do have a tight foreskin in real life.
Yeah.
And the frenulum doesn't get exposed if you have a tight foreskin. The foreskin hides it. You have to pull your shit back all the way. I think we're dealing with a liar, personally.
Send pics to prove
Because I have
it.
to, and your point of like, wouldn't somebody taste blood?
Yep.
Like it's not like he. Cause
Next question.
I thought he
Some-
nutted blood, right? I thought
That's what I thought it was too.
But unless his fucking girlfriend is a fucking lunatic. So look, something about this feels off. If this really happened, absolutely go to the doctor. What are you talking about? That's another reason why I don't believe this. Because even the biggest moron on earth.
Hey, stop! I have a large lump on my head. It hurts really bad. I was wondering if you had
I
any
can't
advice.
see colors anymore.
Yeah.
And everything I eat tastes like smoke. What should I? Do you have any experience with
Hey,
this?
stop! I keep losing weight. I'm sick all the time.
Stav, I hooked up with a girl in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Ever since then, my teeth have been falling out.
So yeah, dude. So this doesn't, because even when I had no money, I never went to a doctor. If my cock was in jeopardy,
That's like all men.
that's the dirtbag
Yeah.
thing, dude.
Yeah.
I don't believe this. I think
Hey,
you're
stop!
lying.
I've killed 3 of my grandparents by coughing on them.
Anyway, yeah. If this is real, go to the doctor.
Go to the doctor.
Done and done.
It was like a spot on for that.
His mom is like, so what did Stavros say?
Call me a liar. I should go to the doctor.
Hi, my name is Katie.
Hey, Katie.
So I guess I would call myself a bit of an agoraphobic. I struggle to do things like go to the store. That's a big one for me. I'm currently unemployed. And just basic things I need to do, even things that are supposed to be fun, like getting my nails done,
Wow.
which
Pause
is
this, Eldis.
something I like.
Wow,
I
we
like
found the one bitch that doesn't like to go shopping. All right, sorry, couldn't help
Any of you
myself.
boys need a wife?
We found a dream girl.
Couldn't help myself. Sorry, Katie. I'm listening to your problems seriously. Go ahead, Eldis.
do, but the problem is I can't get myself out of the house. But the main thing is going to the store. I think a phobia of going to the store. And I have become very reliant on delivery apps to relieve my anxiety of getting in the car, driving to the store, and being around people and having to navigate that environment. And this is a relatively new issue that I've developed over the past couple of years. And I'm spending way too much money, and I feel really embarrassed about it. I just don't understand why something so simple that's a part of daily life is so difficult for me. And I am in therapy and everything, but my main thing is just I can't stop just ordering things, whether it's groceries, toilet paper, wine, you name it. I'm just going to open an app and get it delivered. So my question is, how can I alleviate this anxiety of being out in the world, and how can I stop blowing all my money on these apps? I know I could simply delete them, but I just can't bring myself to do that. So any advice on this would be greatly appreciated. Love the show. Relatively new fan. Great stuff. Thanks.
Thanks for calling in, buddy.
Yeah. Well, Katie, you can't shoplift unless you go to the store.
That is true.
So, yeah.
Treat yourself to a little extra free stuff.
Yeah, if you want free whole chickens, you got to go to the store to put them in your pants.
I would say serious answer is you just got to start by being willing. You know what I mean? Like, and then, just baby steps.
Totally.
Go walk,
Yeah, right.
walk
Can you do
by
it
the store.
incrementally? Yeah.
Totally, yeah.
Go out the door, little things. That's how I stopped smelling women's hair on the subway.
But yeah, the number one thing is like, don't feel embarrassed, because the thing is like, shit happens. People's, everybody's head gets fucked up, even from the pandemic. This feels like a little pandemic hangover-y.
right.
Like, I have people in my life that have struggled with this stuff. I have a friend who, like, she would freak out when we went to the grocery store.
Yeah.
And I would fuck with her, and I would just, like, take longer than we needed to. And at first I thought it was fun, and then, like, this bitch was having, like, a panic attack, and I started feeling bad. But, like, this happens to people, and people develop different things throughout life, and then not being embarrassed is step one. You shouldn't be embarrassed. It's just something you got to figure out, right? Like,
Get a service dog?
huh?
Could she get a service dog?
Maybe, yeah, if that helps. But that's the thing. The thing about like mental shit that the analogy I try and tell people is like, you wouldn't be embarrassed if you broke your fucking leg, right? And it was hard for you to get around for like 6 months, and then you had to do PT, and it was like, it takes a long time, right? And it's like, just because you fuck something in your head up, which you did, something happened, and now you're scared to, pick up fucking toilet paper. Be realistic with yourself and know that it's like any other thing that you're trying to get over. It's going to take some time. It's going to be kind of fucking annoying. There'll be good days. There'll be setbacks. But you just have to be kind of like what Andy is saying. It's just like slowly like get your will up there.
Yeah, the world's a meat grinder. You're not supposed to do any of this shit as an animal.
Yeah.
Everything's disconnected. Your community, your worth, the things that keep you alive.
Sucks dick.
So don't feel bad.
And like, I don't have agoraphobia shit at all, but like, I find myself falling in this. Once I figured out Uber Eats had like fucking groceries and shit.
Oh yeah.
And I'd never been a deliver groceries guy, and then
Right.
I was working on something, and I was splitting a house with the guy I was working on it with, and he got his groceries delivered, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we're doing the movie." He was fucking like, he was just like, "Oh, we don't have time to go to the groceries. I guess I'm gonna order some groceries." And I was like, I heard of the grocery apps. People were talking. Even during the pandemic, we were masking up and going to Key Foods around here,
Yeah.
And then I saw someone do it, and dude, I've been like literally. I got home from yesterday, JP's fucking taping, and I was like, I'm fucking stoned. I'm like, should I walk to the bodega or should I keep getting stoned? Keep watching. What the fuck was I watching? Something so stupid. Some action movie, whatever. I don't even know. I think it was like a nameless. Oh yeah, it was just like a completely bullshit. It was Saban, the Israeli guy who made Power Rangers. Yeah, he's still doing action movies, and it was so bad. But it was like a bodybuilder that couldn't speak English.
I love
was immune to a It was like clearly post-pandemic, because like it was like the virus is killing people, but you couldn't tell if he was pro, if it was like shitting on Fauci, or if it was pro. Like it had no. Was
Tyler Fisher in it?
Anyway, whatever. I'm watching some horrible fucking action movie, and I literally.
Hey guys, I'm COVID. Wearing a pink dress.
Oh my god, dude! I know, dude. The people that think it's like, even if you're at this point, it's like, I don't even care if you're transphobic. Stop being a hack. Just do one original joke.
Well, I love when somebody who gets a little shine by something that they have no feelings about, so then they like absorb that pathology.
Right. Then they're like, oh yeah,
they're trying to take away our drinking fountains. You're like,
yeah.
You were in like open mics at UCB a while ago.
I know, dude. It's really sad. I remember just watching that shit happen, where it's like, oh, Fox News retweeted you, and now all of a sudden you think like,
now he's in a movie with Ted Cruz and Ben Shapiro.
So things work out for everyone.
Yeah. And all he had to do was say, it's hard to be white.
All he had to do was sue CAA.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ordered a Reese's Take 5 a blue Gatorade and like a pint of vanilla ice cream.
I mean, I think that is like
I get it. It's fucking.
It's
so
nice to stay
easy.
to Four Seasons. It's nice to do like private jet rich guy shit. But there's something so pure about a fucking bad action movie and getting your fucking junk food delivered.
Oh yeah, that's better than Kings, dude. Like if I could live my life with this or be fucking Henry VIII or whatever the fuck, I'm picking this for sure.
You tell me you give up on killing your wives?
Yeah, I'm sure that
That's
sounds
the
pretty
height of
cool.
luxury.
That sounds pretty cool to you guys.
I gotta kill my wife if I meet a cooler one?
But so yeah, I just think like this is very difficult for everyone, even if they don't have like some kind of issue that has developed, you know, later in life, and just
Can you go like when the store's closing or maybe early in the morning?
yeah,
That's when I go to Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
when everybody's at work.
totally.
I mean, just give yourself small goals. That's the way to do it. Like, I'm sober. You just do a day at a time type of thing. I'm supposed to do it for the rest of my life. So give yourself those little milestones that you can hit, and then eventually you'll just find yourself there.
Yeah, absolutely. Go get a little toilet paper today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then order wine. But like in terms of like getting off the apps, I mean, look, that's just how it works.
It's the world we live in.
There's no advice I can give you, especially when you're like, I know I could delete them, but I don't want to do that. So it's like, what are we going to tell you until you don't, you know what I mean? Like just small goals, get some of your stuff, you know, in person and kind of work your way up to it. It's like the way like marathon runners kind of like fucking do like a mile, then like 4 miles, whatever the fuck. Like
She gets to the grocery store and it's just shooting.
Well, today's finally the day. I'm gonna go do Christmas shopping at the mall. I'm gonna buy a Christmas goose. She's everywhere, and then it's like
The guy who bought the all-inclusive Skanks Fest pass.
Big J wouldn't say hi to me. I wanted to get jacked off by the trans girl that Joe DeRosa jacked off. They're hogging all the trans pussy. That's good. I saw Andy get that one while we were still talking, and I was like, "What's he got?" Yeah. That's a banger, Andy.
Appreciate that.
Anyway, there probably won't be a mass shooting.
Yeah.
You're good.
The odds are, very
The
low.
odds are very low. Just work on yourself. Fuck. And we believe in you. And hey, listen, call us back in a couple months. We'd love to keep tabs and make sure you're doing your shit. Oh, Big LD. Play another one for us, player.
Quick question for you. My buddy and I just got into it yesterday. I kind of called him out. I was just like, because whenever he comes over, it's like he just wants to just show up unannounced. And it's like, you need to give me a heads up. I've asked you, I told you so many times. You need to tell me when you're 10 minutes away so I fucking know. And every fucking time, it's not, he just fucking shows up. And I lost it on him yesterday, and I was just like, you don't fucking respect me. And then he came back at me and said that he doesn't ask for people to change. That because he said that because I told him I wouldn't do shit that pisses you off. So why the fuck do you do shit that pisses me off?
He's so mad still.
And then he's just like, no, you do shit that pisses me off. I just don't tell you because I don't expect you to, or I don't want you, something like that.
Yeah, bullshit.
And in my gut, I'm just like, I know that that's some fucking manipulative shit. Like, like he's just trying to manipulate me. Because his whole thing is he just wants to be around because I can, I fucking lead, but heaven forbid he support him fucking self.
What is going on?
So like, I'm just wondering who's in the wrong here. Like, am I
even know what this
crazy of me to expect someone who I spend almost every day with, I talk to almost every day. Is it crazy for them to continue to disrespect you? Like, the stuff that hurts me. Why do you do it? And
damn.
than for him to hit me with, well, I don't say anything because I don't want you to, or I don't know. I feel like
You sure your friend's not a
think this is
woman?
Definition, but I don't know. Curious to know your opinion. All right, thank you.
This
Thank
is
you,
like
guys.
Instagram self wellness kind of like talk has made it over to like Gen Z dudes.
Yeah. Guys that should be fist fighting off Monster Energy drinks.
Right.
Or like you're fucking gaslighting me, bro.
Yeah.
But it does sound like his friend is gaslighting him.
Yeah.
So if I'm understanding, because this is a raw call.
Right.
He's still so mad. But if
Yeah.
I'm understanding it, essentially the whole argument here is his friend who he sees pretty much every day sounds kind of like our relationship, right? Where his friend he comes over every day, he's asked, "Hey man, can you give me a 10-minute warning before you come to my house?" And the guy won't do it.
Yeah.
That's the whole. And then when he brought that up, when you try and draw your boundary,
You only get this mad when someone's fucking with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, exactly, if he's this mad, it's not. It's just like this guy's probably a dickhead. This other guy's probably a dickhead. Our friend who called in probably hasn't worked through the feelings of the fact that he doesn't like this guy, and this guy is a piece of shit, and he's probably a leech on his fucking life. And look, like if you set a boundary and the guy's like, well, I don't like that boundary, I don't behave that way, then you're like, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Either you fucking agree to behave the way I like, or don't leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
And it's fucking stupid to be like, I understand that on some level you're like, well, should I ruin my friendship because the guy doesn't give me a 10-minute warning? And it's like, yeah, if it bothers you.
Yeah.
If every day you see him, you're a little pissed off.
Yeah.
He didn't hit you up beforehand. Like, whatever his excuses sounds. I mean, you don't even understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
He hasn't even been able to explain to it. But I'm gathering that he's just like, I don't expect people to change, so I don't change for anyone, is essentially what it seems like his friend's saying, or at least what he's trying to say his friend's saying. That's crazy. That's fucking stupid. That doesn't matter. And look, maybe he can find people that behave the same way, but if you're the kind of guy who wants people to respect their fucking boundaries, then, fuck it.
This is such a funny call because it's like this is the kind of fight that only like dudes get into, where it's like kind of unexplainable.
Yeah,
it's just like you're just annoyed with your best friend.
It's so much about 100 other things.
You can't articulate.
Yeah.
You can't articulate. They've picked the one thing that they can be like, dude, I told you to fucking do it to me. Like, tell me when you're coming.
Yeah.
I mean, Eldest at this point, I don't give a fuck. He can come and go over to my house as he pleases. I'll literally be like, hey man, today just don't come. I'd like to live in an apartment and not in an office. So please don't waltz in whenever I might be getting my dick sucked. But that's 1 out of every 40 days. So, yeah, I don't know. This guy, it sounds like, and he also sounds pretty young. And it's like, look, man, this is the age when it's like, you start realizing some of your friends are dickheads.
Yeah.
Like in your 20s, you shed a lot of people that you were friends with because you were just drunk at the same playground. You know what I mean? Like, or you were roommates in college or whatever. A random computer assigned you this guy as a roommate.
Right.
And there was never an issue. And then, well, one has happened and you're like, hey, wait, do I even like this guy?
Yeah. Because
most male friendship is just like, has there been a problem yet? No. Great. This is my friend. And then you're like, wait, why is there a problem? This is gay. I hate when somebody causes me problems. So yeah, dude, I think you've just outgrown this guy, or you're just not compatible, and that's fine.
I don't want people showing up at my house.
Definitely without a fucking warning. Yeah. Do you even? We haven't even gotten into. Do you want to hang out with him this much? It doesn't sound like it.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you this. Like I said, me and Eldest have that relationship where it's like he shows up, and sometimes I'm annoyed, but I'll be like, "Hey, dickhead, you couldn't have fucking called me. We didn't have anything going on today. Why are you here?" I'll just say it to him. You know what I mean? Or like he'll just, "What, you got to piss?" Yeah. It's Ben. Great. Well, we were wrapping up this call. God forbid you could have given me a warning and played the fucking next one. Now we just have to look at it, you fucking dumbass.
Should I go pee then if he's peeing?
Yeah, you can piss in that one.
Do you want me to go over and hit the space bar?
No, we'll probably fuck it up.
Okay.
All right, we'll take a second.
Yeah.
You're like, you edit these things, right?
Usually no, but whatever. Let's do this last one here and wrap up, boys. Go ahead, L. Dunce.
I like this one.
Hey, Stavvy, Jassi Ticani. Just a side note. I love hearing all you guys shit. Little tidbits of Balkan culture. I lived in Athens for a little while, like 15 years ago. Spent a month in Albania.
Oh, wow.
And I'm still that annoying fucking asshole who doesn't shut up about these countries that I went to.
A month in Albania 10 years ago.
That I love.
15 years ago.
But
That's rough.
Anyway, all right, my question is about therapy.
What warlord took you across the border?
You talk about being a pro-therapy podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just wondering if you have any advice on how to start doing it. I do have some stuff like anxiety and depression that I've dealt with for a long time.
PTSD.
But right now I'm in a pretty good spot, and I'm mostly interested in, I guess, like personal growth, learn how to be a better partner, that kind of thing. I just don't know how to overcome feeling like I'm just being super self-indulgent, going to a professional and saying like, oh yeah, no, I don't have a medical diagnosis. I just want to chit-chat. Nothing wrong with me over here.
Well, there probably is.
Yeah. I don't know if you have any advice on that. Get a backdoor thing going where I tell them that I'm really fucked up, and then I say I just want to talk about dealing with women, improving myself, or, how you go about that. Anyway, thanks for doing the podcast. You guys are great.
Yeah, dude, you can go. Yeah. You can go to fucking thing. Go ahead, Mike.
Well, this is tough because it's like the few times I went to Dr. Allen, I remember stuff from those sessions that I'll remember like for the rest of my life. He's like such a good therapist.
Yeah.
But choosing somebody out of the blue seems like it's really hard because you're just looking at like headshots.
That is hard. It's really hard.
You know?
No, getting a therapist is hard for sure, and that's one thing I will say is like, I went to a couple therapists in Maryland. And then here, I would go to Allen because I just could have. So a friend vouched for me, and he worked on a sliding scale, and I had no money.
Yeah.
And now it feels like it's too long. I've been going to him, and he knows my shit too much that I feel like I can't change anybody. But it'd be crazy to start over. But like, so the one thing to keep in mind is it is a process, like finding the right therapist.
Yeah.
And it's just like any other kind of doctor or whatever. It's like, hopefully they can figure it out.
Because I've heard people that go to therapy. You don't have to like teleport or whatever that like project that you're looking to therapy. Just say like, oh, do you know anybody? Like you could even do the bullshit where you're like, I know somebody who's my cousin's fucked up type of thing.
Yeah, and so that's a whole other discussion. I think he's just talking about mentally like preparing himself to go to therapy. Basically like how he's got a block about like, oh, do I deserve to go to therapy? Oh, it's bull. Like, I don't have anything wrong with me. It's like, I always say, like, you should go to therapy with, like, some specific goals here. And I think you're just talking about wanting to be a better partner and dealing with women. So it's like, you're talking generally, but it sounds like you probably have some specific problems. Like, what is it about dealing with women?
Figure out what they are.
What is it? Yeah. What is it about being a specific partner that you think you're not doing well? You probably know. And I think that's totally fine, dude. Like, it's totally, like, again, to use the like broken leg analogy, it's like you go to the doctor if your fucking leg's broken. You go if you fucking sprain, if you have a bad ankle sprain too. You know what I mean? Like you go like if a fucking little cut gets infected, you still go see attention. Like you don't have to have like the mental health equivalent of of like cancer to go to a doctor.
Yeah,
just go get your shit figured out. And it also like the other thing is relationships are so fundamental to like who you are and like how it's all kind of connected that you might dig some shit up and maybe you don't want to dig that deep. Maybe you just want to help your dealings with your partner and just general improving of yourself. Like what does improving of yourself mean? For me, I remember going to a fucking therapist and being like, I just want to like, when I was in my 20s, the big reason I wanted to go to therapy is like, I want to be able to just stand up for myself with my parents and not do the bullshit life thing. Like, I literally quit comedy when I was like 20 for a year because I was too guilty about doing it. And I was like, one of the first reasons I went to therapy was like, I think I want to do this. Like,
but you showed them, huh?
Huh? I did. I really did. Them. I really did. Nobody remembers how against it they were. They just
of course.
Now they're just happy to have the help.
Of course.
Fucking anyway.
I love Stav sitting at the head of a table with his parents.
Yeah.
That's so funny that you guys told me I shouldn't do this. Maybe you guys want to buy dinner.
Yeah.
Your parents are chained to a big metal ball.
So yeah, dude. I mean, I just think you maybe think a little bit more about what exactly it is you want out of, what do you want to improve, whatever. But it sounds like you have enough. I don't think, no, you don't have to have. It's not only people that are like, sure, you have like, I don't know, bipolar or whatever, they have to go to therapy, or it's like you can definitely be like, I want to improve my, like, that was my first goals. Like, I want to be able to stand up for myself. And then it went from my parents to just in general, like, I want people out of my life that are like, like that fall into that same pattern as your parents. Then it works. And then slowly it became a little more general. And then I stopped until I felt like I needed to go back for when other shit started coming up. So I think
make sure he's in a good therapy neighborhood, your therapist. Make sure he's in like a good neighborhood for therapy.
Yeah.
Like Upper West Side, good therapy neighborhood.
Yeah.
Bushwick, not so much.
Yeah. Your therapist has a fucking like a little bangs.
Yeah.
Little bangs and like a mullet. Like you don't want that.
And 2 roommates to do a podcast.
Yeah. So yeah, I think you're good to go, dude. And then it's like, just be patient about finding a good therapist, and just you have these issues, you know what you want to work on, and it's great. I think that's great, and that's enough. You don't have to have you need to want to like completely overhaul your mental health to have to go to a therapist. Anything fun to take us out, Eldest? I'm glad our boy's getting into therapy, but what has he got, folks?
He was a Seattle boy. He had a Seattle number. Is that their real number?
Yeah, don't say, we don't like.
I'm not saying his number.
Yeah.
But
Seattle's definitely a place.
I'm a
therapists.
Seattle guy. I'm telling you,
They got therapists.
It's fucking dark for 300 days a year. You got plenty of therapy.
Yeah, they definitely got some nice ones over there. All right, let's see what Eldest has here.
Hey, Stav and Eldest. I'm calling again because I called just a minute ago and I fucked up Eldest's name immediately and I got embarrassed. So, anyways. So I recently got into
You never
grilling.
have to say that, guys. You never have to let us know you're calling again. Just take another crack at it.
I bought a cheap charcoal grill, around $80. Not very good, but it gets the job done around April. And I feel like I've advanced enough that it merits buying a better grill.
Yes.
And I was just wondering if you had any
yes.
Perfect.
advice on
Perfect
that.
guy we're seeing here.
Perfect.
Any particular brands you like, kind of grill, anything kind of affordable you can recommend, tips and tricks, that kind of thing. I'm thinking I might get propane grill just because it's a little easier and I don't have to keep buying charcoal like every 3 or 4 or whatever grills. But anyways, just grilling advice is what I'm looking for. Thanks, guys. Love the podcast. I've listened to every single episode. Huge fan of Eldest also. I love whenever he gets in on any questions. So hoping to hear some of that. And also, please put this on the free show.
You got lucky. It is on the free
Thanks,
show, but I
bye.
will not negotiate with you motherfuckers.
That's so
You
unfair.
get what you
That's
get.
like such a perfect Mike question. You got to have a call about being a closeted straight man. All right? You got to have one of those next.
Mike, go.
Boy.
Yeah.
I think that pound for pound, the Weber kettle is the best grill.
Okay.
Here we
out
go.
there. It's like
Weber
I think
kettle.
it's like 129 is the basic
wow,
model.
okay.
Yeah, you can get
Look
the
this
Weber
up. I wanna
premium.
look at it, Eldest.
Now, okay, you
Is
can
it
get
chips or?
yeah, it's charcoal.
briquettes?
It's
Okay.
charcoal. But the thing is, like, you can just do so much on it. You can get the vortex, the accessory. So so 139. That's the original one. The premium 219 is going to have a thermometer on it and the ash bucket.
Ooh, I love the ash bucket.
That's kind of the upgrade. But you can always buy a thermometer after and just drill a hole in the
Right.
top of the grill
Right.
and put it in there. I can't believe I'm getting this question. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's just so much you can do on it. You can sear. You can Ellis, Google the Weber Vortex. You can sear. You can slow cook. You can smoke pork shoulder. You can do like charcoal briquettes and make like a snake. And then that'll just burn for like 10 or 12 hours. The Vortex right there, so you put that in the middle of the grill, you dump the coals in, it concentrates the heat, so you can like cook wings, like you can put wings around it and slow cook those, or you can sear a steak or whatever.
Interesting.
I really think it's like one of the best things you can do.
So it's hotter,
with your
basically.
life.
The vortex gets the
The
grate
center
hotter.
the center will be really hot, but the outside will be
Okay.
cooler. So
Okay.
you can cook like your chicken thighs or your wings or whatever.
Gotcha.
It's a little
Gotcha.
a little oven.
So
Yeah.
you're go ahead. You're totally against the propane.
I'm not against it. I mean, propane is easy, but there's not as much you can do on it. And it just, I don't know. It just
I think the
feels
price
much
point
better.
goes up for it to be
The
worth
price
it.
point goes up. And I don't know. You can get a charcoal chimney too for like $30, and that you just pour your charcoal in, light the bottom, and your grill's ready to go in like 15, 20 minutes.
Interesting.
So
because I love charcoal, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But I do.
But you
have,
like your gas grill.
I like a gas grill because
It's
it's
just
like
easy.
I'm grilling within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no setup. You turn a fucking knob, and it's just ready to go.
But that extra 10 minutes, if you Google that the charcoal chimney, I don't know. It's just so easy.
Well, that one comes in a package. You get the vortex and you get the chimney and the
That
brush
one, yeah.
and all that stuff.
Yeah,
One
yeah.
over.
For $341.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
So-
interesting.
And then you get the charcoal baskets too.
what about a smoker or anything like that? You into any of that stuff?
It's cool,
Pellets?
but you can't
What are
do as
pellets
much.
exactly?
The pellet. I had a pellet grill for
They're
a little
so
bit.
hard
I
to
don't really.
didn't
fucking
like
cook
it.
with.
Yeah. It
What's-
doesn't impart as much smoke flavor, and it just feels like you're using a microwave outside. You pour the pellets in, you push a button, it goes zzzz, like
Interesting.
it's not like
You don't get the
out there. Yeah.
the joy of it.
Well, with this, it's like you're adjusting the vents, you're figuring out the temperature and everything. It's like I don't know. It's
See,
great.
but that I do like that. Like I like that for almost a special occasion though, because
Mm-hmm.
if you're gonna be a day in day out griller, I don't want to feel like I'm really like, like I'm really having to adjust shit.
Yeah,
Get the
I think my
hang of
dad,
it, though.
My dad has 3 grills. He's got a gas grill for the big high volume,
Mm-hmm.
charcoal, this Weber Master, just for like, chill dinner steaks, things like that. And then he has the smoker for shit.
yeah.
I really am interested in a smoker, honestly.
But you can smoke on the Weber kettle.
Yeah.
You can arrange the briquettes in like a snake formation. You light the middle of it, and that'll burn for like 250, 275
Really?
for like almost like 10
Interesting.
hours. Yeah. So you can do pork shoulder on that. I mean, it's just very satisfying to use like to cook with actual fire, in my opinion. But the gas grill is also it's very
It
convenient.
definitely is. It's really the matter. Have you guys seen the episode of King of the Hill where Bobby has a charcoal burger for the first time?
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh my god, it's like so much." And then Peggy and him and Peggy are like, they buy a little charcoal grill and they like go to parking lots away from the house. They start eating charcoal, and then eventually they're like, "We can never." And then Hank finds out, and like it's so fucking funny. And then they just have one final charcoal burger. Then they burn the grill. I believe they actually set fire to the grill.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it depends on what your budget is and but I think the Weber kettle pound for pound is the best.
love it.
Yeah.
That's great advice. And then I forget what mine is called. I'll just look up Weber propane grill because I believe mine's a Weber.
It's like the
too.
Spirit, the Weber
Yeah,
Spirit.
it's the Spirit.
Yeah.
I like the Spirit.
Yeah.
And if you're
I
doing
mean, that's
really
great
good,
for,
get
like-
the big green egg.
The big green egg is
It's
if I could have
amazing.
anything. I mean,
Is
it's
it?
Yeah.
it's like $2,000, but
Oh, really?
yeah,
It's
if you
beautiful.
got-
It's ceramic. You can smoke in it. You can cook.
Shit.
yeah, that's nice.
But that's like that's
that's
there's
like
no
a big,
quick.
That's a big purchase.
That's not a quick grill. That's like
Fuck, dude.
but
like I'm gonna.
yeah, but you
plan
can.
this.
But those things get up to like 700 degrees.
Oh,
Yeah, but that
fuck.
takes
if you're-
what, like an hour and a half?
No, I don't think so. But
really?
but I would imagine my guess would be like 20, 30 minutes. I'm not sure. Oh,
And the
$9.99.
big green egg is a charcoal grill.
It's on sale.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
the most. I
But
would
you
say
put
it's the
lump
highest,
charcoal in the bottom.
highest reviewed, like kind of like it's American made.
Yeah.
It's ceramic is the big deal.
Yeah.
Ceramic is better, huh? Damn, this is making my dick hard.
Well, it just retains
Go up,
heat.
Eldest?
It just retains heat very well.
let me look at.
And it's like you don't really have to mess with it that much. Like it's
You set it.
yeah.
Good to go.
Yeah.
Scroll up. I want to look at that
Everybody,
picture.
I mean people who have them love them.
Are you guys fans of a public grill? Like you ever go to like a state park? You
I would
camp out?
like to.
That's
I've
fun,
never-
yeah.
That
yeah.
shit's great. I
I
love,
love
that.
that.
Yeah.
You used to do it in college. Like they would have like the like dorm or like the
Yeah.
apartment building would have it. There's some fucking volleyball courts.
When I see Hispanic people like grilling and playing soccer in the park,
awesome.
I'm like, we don't do this. Yeah. We're like just killing our mother-in-laws and we don't get together.
So there you have it, buddy. Look, we're both. It sounds like we're both Weber guys. Whether you want to go Spirit or you want to go what was it?
If you're grilling a lot, yeah, maybe go with the gas. Maybe
What's
go
the
with
name of your
gas.
model?
The Weber kettle is the one that
Kettle.
I like. Yeah.
So look, we're big grill guys around here. We
Yeah.
respect it, dude. That green egg is.
It's nice.
Maybe I have to get it from Baltimore.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
think you should.
If you got a little backyard area,
I don't know why you wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my friend as a housewarming gift got me a spirit
Oh, okay.
because he knew I had it here, but.
Wait, do you have? You don't have an alley,
Yeah,
do
but you have that for
No,
your
I have-
special occasions,
That's
you know?
true.
Because you gotta be careful because people will steal the green eggs.
Really?
Yeah, they're $1,000 grill.
Yeah. Yeah, but how do they lift it? They just come with a U-Haul? Yeah.
I have.
They hire us.
Whatever. We'll talk about it off mic. Yeah, there you go, buddy. Good for you. Good on you becoming a
Yeah.
grill champion.
Yeah.
I'm about to reconnect with my grilling.
Yeah,
I'm so
winter grilling
excited.
sounds nice.
I
Actually.
love winter grilling, dude. Put a little coat on. It doesn't get as hot, which is annoying if you
Okay.
really want to sear something. But if you want to slow cook something, it's actually easier.
Yeah.
But that is tough because I do really like to fuck my shit up.
Just
on high heat.
having ribs on your charcoal grill that's like at like 225, and you could get to crack open a beer and just you smell the barbecue cooking. There's nothing.
I'm thinking
better.
about doing a pork shoulder for Christmas.
Yeah,
And doing that on charcoal sounds awesome.
it's awesome.
A nice slow roasted pork shoulder.
You do your little snake, your
Fuck,
charcoal
dude.
snake.
Fuck,
You
that
put some
sounds
wood
so
chunk.
good.
You put some cherry and some hickory wood chunks on the briquettes.
Hey, listen. Maybe I have a spirit. Maybe I get both.
Yeah,
Get a charcoal. I don't need the green egg. Let's be honest. It'd be nice. But
get
you
the
a little
kettle
charcoal.
and get a kettle.
Yeah.
You ever do salmon on a cedar plank?
Salmon is just like so good on the grill that I haven't felt like I've
The
needed
cedar
to.
plank is amazing.
Yeah? Okay.
Try it.
I'm in fact once this goes off, I like to broil my salmon.
Yeah.
I have a broil recipe.
Okay.
I'm about to do that literally in 3 minutes.
Salmon's amazing with some apple wood chunks or some pecan
sound
wood
good.
chunks.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Smoked salmon does sound good. Like a smoked grilled salmon sounds good, but
great.
it's one of the easier just we've just stopped being entertaining at all. We're just 5 minutes ago.
We forgot it's recording.
Turn the fucking show off if you don't like it. I can't be a person.
Anyway, I'm actually hungry. I do want to make salmon.
Yeah.
Right. Boys, yeah, we'll also plug what you want to plug. We can drop it earlier. We'll put it in the body of the stuff. Follow these fellas. See them live. What do we got, boys?
I'll be at the Chicago Laugh Factory February 18th.
I love it.
One night only. Come out. Trying to sell that motherfucker out.
Go see Andy. Very funny.
If you live in Minneapolis, I'll be at the Sisyphus Brewing Company January 26th and 27th. You can go to MikeRacineComedy.com for tickets. Great club. I would love to see you there.
Go see the fellas.
And check out my my podcast, Out for Smokes.
Hell yeah. Go check that shit out. See the boys live. They're very funny. And yeah, thanks guys. And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.